Well, hey, good morning. It is Tuesday, and I need to start making some better choices because invariably lately I've been working on the computer at night, and then I think I'm just gonna sit on the couch for a minute and let this render out or let these photos load, and then I fall asleep and I stay asleep on the couch until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I get up and I have to go to bed. I mean, I sleep good on the couch, but oh god, it's just weird because then you don't fall asleep super quickly when you go into bed, and I had weird dreams and not necessarily nightmares, but when the alarm goes off at 5, I feel like, oh god, I've had an oddly interrupted night of sleep. So no more rests on the couch before bed. I need to stop doing that. I think part of it is because in the past, like, the television would have been on, so I would have been working on the computer and something would have been on TV. And I just don't turn it on anymore. I work more, it's more quiet, and I pay more attention to what's on screen, so when everything gets quiet, I just get tired. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a run in a little while. Half marathon was 2 days ago, and my running partner was like, so is it too soon to go for a run? I'm like, no, let's go for it. The only things that are really sore on me right now are my toes. So I don't know if I didn't tighten my running shoes well enough or what, but the toes next to your big toes, those like your pointer finger toes, they're like crunched. They hurt. Now this dog's trying to eat bad things. But aside from that, my muscles feel good. I feel great. Yeah, I didn't even get to catch you up on what happened last night, which isn't the end of the world. One of my friends was going out to try a new, I did tell you when I was going. I was going to like a vegan restaurant, and it was great. If I'm gonna be honest, everything was quite heavily deep fried, so what doesn't taste good when it's deep fried? But they had like vegan calamari that was, I'm not sure what kind of mushroom it was, but it was spiced in such a way that it kind of really did resemble calamari. It resembled like bad calamari. if you went to a place and got calamari and you were like, yeah, all right, it's all right. It wasn't like the most amazing thing, but that's okay. I got like a banh mi sandwich. It was awesome, and it really, I guess the lesson in that is it really does come down to texture and flavor, because it didn't matter that it wasn't meat. It was delicious. It was a fun little excursion. And that's one of the upsides of what's happened lately is I've gotten to try a lot of new restaurants that I never, not gonna say never would have gone to, but we had definitely gotten into a rut. Not a negative rut, like we would go to the places that were good and comfortable for us. So going elsewhere, it's fun. It's discovering new parts of the city, and that's super cool. I love that. And I was really mindful in the relationship with her of a lot of things, and I worked really hard. And I think this is one thing that I realized I want to still stay, she is smelling a box, stay mindful of whenever I get into another relationship, is that I want to keep exploring more, like the vibrance of exploring and not getting too complacent. Even with restaurants, it's fun and it's exciting and it suits me. That's good, that's growth and learning. I'm gonna go out for a run, and then today's my long day, so hopefully we do good work with my advanced kids. What I'm really excited about is the clocks are wrapping up, and some of them in particular are beautiful. So we're gonna light them and shoot them today, and I hope we get some really good stuff, because I'm really proud of some of my students, and I don't think it'd be weird to show that work here. Maybe later in this video you'll see the work that I'm really proud of. All right, that was great. Did an easy short loop with my running partner. We did 4 miles. Aside from my toes hurting a little, I feel really solid after the half. That feels pretty good. We're back to gray San Diego days, but it's all right. I'm gonna love it here as long as I can until I have to live somewhere else, I guess. That's such a sad sentiment. I guess sometimes knowing things are gonna end makes you appreciate them even more in the present. I've always worked really hard to appreciate living here. That's all I got for now. That's all that's happened today. A dog walking a run. And just a little bit more fun and adulting. The back left tire in the car definitely has a slow leak. So now I have to stop by the gas station, fill it up before school, and then at some point, I guess I have to go in and have them find the leak and repair it. That will be fun and probably expensive. Okay, I'm gonna go to school, and now I had like plenty of time, and now I'm like, gotta go do car things. So whatever. Okay, I'll see you later. Hey, today is done, and I have to say the dog's in the car with me. She's been in here for a couple minutes, and I got out and I got back in, and oh my God, is her breath terrible. Like, oh, it's disgusting. So we need to do some more regular teeth brushing for sure. You'd be glad you can't smell what it smells like in here right now. Today was a good day. We got a lot of good stuff done. People are wrapping up. My advanced classes are it's hard. They're kind of petering out, because as people finish projects, it's hard to, in 3 days of school left, start new projects. By the time you design and plan and buy material, I do feel a bit of guilt when students are kind of not doing too much, but
You know, when I think about the other classes where they've taken APs and now they're kind of like free, I think it's okay. I think we're doing all right. And making spoons, like carved spoons, is all of a sudden become a thing. So in my last class, I had like 4 people carving spoons. You know, if I had assigned it, people would be like, why are we making spoons? But because it was their idea, it's a magical thing. So that's kind of a cool thing. I'm going to the barber now. I'm super excited because my hair just feels big and crazy. So I'll be really excited to see her and, you know, just catch up on things. Like, she just went to Africa. Like, in between last time I saw her and now, she's been to Africa. So I can't wait to hear all of her African tales and stuff. And, oh God, it's so funny. I guess as humans, I don't know. I don't know how other people do things. But I had a moment today, and this is going to sound dumb because it's one of those things that's profound. Like, you have a profound feeling. Hold on, let me turn the car on. I know what's been going on. I've been journaling. I've been making these videos. Like, I'm well aware that my wife doesn't love me anymore. It hit, like, the reality of it hit me today again. I was walking across campus to do something, and the reality of I was happily married. Like blissfully, happily, honeymoon phase married. And she shut it, like, she just stopped. And the initial stopping was devastatingly painful, and now she doesn't even contact me anymore. Like, we're just through. And I know we still have to sell the condo and stuff, but she's just done. She's done, she's out, she's finished. She doesn't talk to me anymore. And it hit me with a weight today of just, wow, like, she did that so quickly. Like, it's so mental. I think the recovery from this is going to be much harder and much longer term than I realize. Because it was like a punch today. Like, I know the logic of it all, but the emotion of it was just like, oof, like, she really did that. I was reading this morning about brain chemistry and oxytocin and things like that, things that make people feel bonded to other people. You know, I wonder if she actually ever felt bonded to me. I like, legitimately, like, did I just put so much effort into the relationship that it sustained without much effort on her part? I'll never know the truth. I will never know the true story because I don't see how somebody can just shut off a loving 7-year relationship, just flip the switch and be done. And she's done. We haven't spoken for like 2.5, like, there's been no contact for 2.5 weeks. And I don't think she's respecting my wishes, you know, to not deal with stuff until the end of school. I think she's just done and she's out. So she'll do the technical breakup stuff with me, but I'll never hear from her again. She'll just move on like she's done with everybody else. And that's gonna be painful, to be left behind, to be forgotten so quickly and seemingly easily. I think that's gonna haunt me for a really long time. All right. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna drop the dog off at home and go see my barber and try and turn a corner and be happy again, because that's a heavy one to chew on. She just moved on and she's not alone, but I am alone and very aware that she's done with me. And I'm such a good person. Like, I know I'm a good person. I'm sweet and I'm nice and I'm a great partner and I'm thoughtful, and I'm left behind. I'm just talking. I'll see you later. Hey, look at that. Huh? That looks good, right? I love my barber. She's just the best. Man, I feel so much better. Oh, that's nice. That's what I should be looking like. It was a great appointment. We caught up on Africa. We caught up on me. I can't believe it's been 4 or 5 weeks since I've been making these videos for a while now. It's crazy. Like you've hung out with me through at least 2 haircuts, at least a haircut and a half. And that's always a weird marker of time for me. The full moon is a marker of the end of my relationship. Every time it's full, I'm like, oh man, another cycle. And now with you, it seems to be like, oh man, another haircut. Like, wow, let's see what happens in between now and the next one. I do like keeping it shorter in the summer, but I don't want to cheat on my barber and go somewhere else. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go home. I've got a phone call set up. I think I might eat some popcorn or yogurt. I'm kind of low today. It's hard to put my finger on what the emotion is exactly. I think right now I'm missing the her that I was in love with, the her that I believed she was. I miss that really hard. Like, I want that. It's back to that drug addiction thing. I want that for a little while. I just, like, I would bargain for that. Like, if I could just have that for a bit, it would make me feel better if I could just have it for a minute. I know it's not true. It would It would wreck me in a familiar way, but I'd be lower than I am now. I just need to get through this. I get it. I have a book to read that my therapist, she didn't suggest it. She referred to it, and I asked about it, and she kind of said, I don't know if I'd suggest, recommend you read it or not. Since she thinks so highly of it, I ordered it, and I started reading it this morning, so... Hey, a bunch of hours have passed since I recorded anything. After I got my hair cut, I came home and had a series of phone calls. They were good. Yeah, I talked to my mom for a while. That was pretty okay. Told her more about what was going on. Oh, after that, yeah, I went out and I got mat board and a mat cutter, and I watched videos on how to cut mats, and I've been making the mats for my triptych, my photos that showed up yesterday. And I think they're turning out really nicely. So now that those are done, I should be able to make the frames tomorrow at school and start painting, hopefully, and order the glass and get these done. I can't wait to get them hung. I'm thrilled. And while I was out getting the mat cutter, I stopped by Salt and Straw. I bought 2 pints just to try. There's a peanut butter and jelly that's really interesting. I don't love it. Like, it's good, but, and then there's crispy duck and berry preserves, and it definitely has a duck flavor. That's sort of that, like, I don't know, umami, or you eat it and you're like, oh yeah, like duck. Maybe it's just duck fat they put. I don't know. It's really, really, really good. I don't know if I love it. It's one of those things. Like I appreciate how good it is, but I don't know that it's my favorite flavor ever. But that's always interesting somebody took a risk and worked really hard to make like a very compellingly good ice cream. But sometimes I just like simple. When I got home with the ice cream, I texted one of my friends and I was like, hey, I got this stuff, you want to come over? Then she did. So she was off doing something, and then she came over and we had ice cream and just talked about stuff and hung out for, a couple hours. It was really fun. That's cool that I have friends now where I'm like, hey, you want to come over? And they're like, sure. And we just hang out for a bit. That's great. Being an adult is really fun. Like, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. And, it's kind of late now, but I think I might still do a quick pour painting because I want to, and I'm not that tired. So, yeah, I'm going to make that video right now, and whatever. Yeah, I definitely look a little tired. I like my haircut, though. Thank you, Barber. What you probably can't see is, as I do this, all these little hairs are snowing down in front of my eyes. Like, yeah, but I'm happy. I like making these paintings, and I haven't done one in a couple days, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, and I want to work in purples and pinks. I don't know why, but that's what we're going to do. And if I don't talk to you, have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.